Hello future CPAs! So this is the second part of stock acquisition or consolidation on the day of acquisition. So this is our previous discussion notes on our previous video. Nire-write ko na lang para mas malinis tignan. So ang ginagawa natin again kapag consolidation, ang working paper eliminating entries natin is we recognize fair value adjustments. Ito yon. Next, eliminate the shareholder of subsidiary. So i-eliminate natin to. And then, kasama nang i-eliminate yung investment in subsidiary. And number 3, recognize goodwill or gain on bargain purchase. Ito yon. So, now let's answer some drills. So, in our previous videos on net asset acquisition, nagkaroon din tayo ng drills sa pag-compute ng goodwill, ng consideration paid. Pero this time kasi, ang formula na nasusundin natin, 'di ba? Sa net asset acquisition, ang formula natin is CONTRAN equals fair value net assets of subsidiary plus goodwill. So, sa net asset acquisition yan. Kapag naman stock acquisition na tayo, ang formula na natin is CONTRAN plus NCI equals fair value net assets of subsidiary plus goodwill. So, this time, ito yung susundin natin na formula. Dahil nandito na tayo sa stock acquisition, which we also call consolidation for discussion purposes. So, on our previous video, we have also mentioned kung paano natin mini-measure yung non-controlling interest. So, pwedeng fair value method or proportionate method. So, let's try to apply yung mga natutunan natin dito sa ating drill number 1. Mahalaga to kasi para ma-practice tayo. So, sa case number 1, ang fair value method yung gagamitin. Consideration paid, 700K. Shares bought, 70%. Fair value of NCI given, 345,000. So, kapag given ng NCI, ito yung susundin natin. The fair value of net assets is 645K. Alright, so, sa formula natin, meron na tayong consideration transferred. So, sulat natin dito. NCI equals fair value net assets subsidiary plus goodwill. Our consideration paid is 700K. So, NCI. Ano kayang amount ng NCI ang ating i-recognize? So, ang fair value net asset times NCI or yung tinatawag natin na proportionate, let's compute. 645,000 times 70%. 645,000 times 70%. 645,000. Kung 70%, it follows that 30% yung NCI. So, 645,000 times 30%, 193,500 pesos. So, 193,500 pesos proportionate versus fair value of NCI given at 345,000, whichever is higher, yun ang magiging final NCI natin. So, it turns out, mas mataas tong 345,000 kesa sa nandito sa calcu. So, itong susundin, 345K equals fair value of net assets, which is 645K, plus goodwill. So, yung goodwill natin, yun ang hinahanap natin. So, simply transpose na lang natin to at pag tinranspose mo, magiging negative to. So, 700 plus 345 minus 645. Let's compute. For goodwill, 700 plus 345 minus 645, 400,000 yung ating goodwill. So, lagay natin dito goodwill 400,000. Lagay natin dito sa final NCI etong 345,000. So, in the end, ito yung nasunod na NCI, yung fair value of NCI given. Ngayon, meron tayong goodwill attributed to controlling interest and goodwill attributed to non-controlling interest. On our previous video, napansin nyo sa journal entry natin, to account for the goodwill, ina-allocate natin between NCI and investment in subsidiary yung goodwill. So, sa problem natin or performa problem natin nung nakaraan, nagkataon lang na nung tinimes natin sa 80% yung goodwill, yun na yung na-allocate sa investment in subsidiary. Nung tinimes natin yung 1 million sa NCI na 20%, yun din yung nirecognize natin sa NCI. Pero, it's not always the case all the time. Kasi kapag ganyan ang ginawa mo, kapag nagku-quiz na kayo to allocate your goodwill, magkakamali ka na kaagad. So, nagkataon lang to for discussion purposes para mas madali nyo ma-digest. Pero this time around, I'm introducing you the reality na hindi talaga ganyan ginagawa or ina-allocate yung goodwill. So, paano kaya ina-allocate? Gagawin lang natin tong table na to. So, we are still on case number 1. So, dito sa first column, lalagay mo controlling interest, non-controlling interest. And then, total. Dito naman sa first row, ilalagay natin fair value na lang. Fair value and proportionate. And then, dito natin ilalagay yung goodwill. So, tatandaan mo lang tong table na to na GL accounting table. Okay? And then, ang unang amounts na ilalagay mo is dalawang amounts. To tatandaan mo to. Yung consideration transfer na 700K, dito mo yan ilalagay. Yung fair value of net asset mo na 645K, dito mo ilalagay. So, yan yung unang dalawang amounts na poproblemahin mo sa table na to. So, paano natin kukumpletuhin yung table? Ang non-controlling interest mo is 345,000. Tapos, sige, dito muna tayo sa proportionate. So, 645K. Yung 645K, di ba ang NCI mo is 30%. Kasi ang controlling mo is 70%. So, 645 times 30%. 645 times 30%, 193,500. 193.5K. Next, 645 times 70%, 451.5K. Yung NCI mo naman dito, 'di ba? Sabi, ang fair value daw ng NCI is 345,000. So 345k yung ilalagay natin dito. 700 plus 345, ang total is 1,045,000. Yung 1,045k, yan din yung total nitong dalawang to. Kasi yung 700k, yan yung 70%. Ito namang 345k, yan yung 30%. Okay. So, next naman tayo. Pag-add din na natin. Ay, hindi. Subtract sila. Subtract yung operation natin dyan. So, 700,000 minus 41,500, 248,500. 345,000 minus 193,500, 151,500. Pag pinag-add natin yan, 248,500 plus 151,500, 400,000. Yung 400,000, di ba yan din yung goodwill natin? And this time, na-allocate na natin sila properly. Sa controlling interest, 248,500. Sa non-controlling interest, 151,500. Again, sa controlling interest row, makukuha mo yung goodwill attributed to the controlling interest, and sa non-controlling interest row, makukuha mo yung goodwill attributed to non-controlling interest. Kapag nilagay natin yan sa T accounts, ganito lang din ang magiging resulta. For investment in subsidiary, magzi-zero out. For non-controlling interest, magtototal siya sa 500. Dun sa nakaraang video, dapat dito magtototal naman siya sa 400,000. Okay? So now let's go to case number 2. Fair value pa din, and then this time ang fair value of NCI given is 98,700. Ang fair value ng net assets is 528,900. So 528,900 times, kung 80% ang controlling interest, it follows na 20% ng NCI. So times 20%. So, 105,780. Dito natin lagay. Yan. So, sa calculator ko na lang ipapakita yung proportionate. So, this time, yung fair value of NCI given, mas mababa sa proportionate. Hala. So, sabi natin sa nakaraang video, ang pipiliin nating NCI or magiging final NCI natin is given NCI, which is 98,700, and proportionate, ito yon, which is 105,780, whichever is higher. Ito ang mas mataas obviously. So ito ang susundin natin despite the fact na fair value method ang pinapagawa sa atin. Yung fair value ng given na NCI masyadong mababa, ibig sabihin. So ito yung susundin natin na final non-controlling interest. So 105,780. So ano mangyayari sa table natin ngayon? So may NCI na tayo. So again, our formula is controlling interest or Contran plus NCI equals FVNA subsidiary plus goodwill. So ulit-ulitin ko isulat para ulit-ulitin nyo ring makita, mas matatandaan nyo. So ang Contran natin is 1,090,000 plus NCI 105.78k equals FVNA 528.9k plus goodwill. Ang goodwill natin is CT plus NCI minus FVNA. So let's compute. 1,090,000 plus 105,780 minus 528,900. Our goodwill is 666,880. So ilagay natin dito 666,880. So, to allocate the goodwill attributed to controlling interest and non-controlling interest, let's repeat this table. So, again, CI, NCI, fair value method, proportionate, goodwill. So, unang dalawang amounts, consideration transferred, 1,090,000, and then FVNA, 528.9k. Ang NCI natin fair value, is it going to be 98,700 or yung final NCI ang ilalagay natin? Ang sagot, yung final NCI ang ilalagay natin. So 105.78k. Paano yan? 105.78k din yung proportionate kasi 528,900 times 20% NCI. 105.78. So magiging pareho lang. Kaya kapag pinag-minus mo yan, 0. And then, sa controlling interest, 528.9 times 80%, 423,120. So, pag minusin natin, 1,090,000 minus 423,120, 666,880. Plus 0, 666,880. It just means na wala tayong ma-allocate na goodwill sa non-controlling interest this time. Kasi masyadong mababa yung fair value ng NCI. Ibig sabihin, si controlling interest lang ang magkakaroon ng share sa NCI. Kaya kung sa journal entry natin nung nakaraang video natin, diba? Ayan. Ito. Ang magiging journal entry natin ngayon is debit goodwill 666,880, credit investment in subsidiary, ganun din 666,880, and wala na tayong magiging entry for NCI dahil wala siyang share sa goodwill sa case number 2. Next naman natin, case number 3, fair value method pa din, pero this time walang given na non-controlling interest. So sabi natin kanina, pagka walang or sabi natin sa nakaraang video, if the fair value of the NCI is not given, then mag-a-assume tayo na tinatawag natin na implied fair value of NCI. So, paano kino-compute yon? Consideration transferred, go-gross up natin to 100%, ita-times natin sa percent ng non-controlling interest. Gawin nga natin, so 1,875,000. Kung 75% ang shares bought, it follows that your NCI is 25%. So, 1,875,000. I'll show you the formula para hindi kayo mahirapan. 1,875,000 divided by controlling interest of 75% times NCI of 25%. So let's compute 1875 divided by 0.75 times 25, 625,000. So yung 625,000, yan yung magiging i-consider natin na fair value of NCI. Ngayon, i-check naman natin kung baka kasi mas mababa siya sa proportionate. Our fair value of net assets is 149,800. So again, sa fair value of net assets natin lagi i-multiply yung NCI to get the proportionate. So 149,800 times 25% NCI, 374,625. So versus proportionate na 374,625. So obviously, mas mataas yung 625,000 kaya yun na yung magiging final NCI natin. So 625,000. Alright, so now let's get your amount of goodwill. So paano kino-compute yung goodwill? Consideration transferred plus NCI minus fair value of your net assets. So, ang fair value ng net assets mo, 149,800. So, 149,800. Ang consideration transferred mo is 1,875. Ang non-controlling interest natin is 625. So, let's compute. 1,875 plus 625,000, we have 2,500,000. Minus 149,800, 1,105,000 ang ating goodwill. Positive kaya goodwill siya. So, ang ating final NCI again, 625,000 and then your goodwill is 1,01,500. So, i-allocate natin ngayon. So, let's do the table again. CI, NCI, fair value, proportionate, goodwill. Okay. So, number 3 pa rin to ha. Again, consideration transferred. Dito natin ilalagay agad. 1,875. Tapos, FVNA, 1,498.5. And then, non-controlling interest, 625,000. For the proportionate, let's divide. So, 75-25. 75%, 25%. So, 149,800 times 75%, 1,123,875. 149,800 times 25%, 374,625. Deduct na natin. 1,875,000 minus 1,123,875, 751,125. For non-controlling interest, 625,000 minus 374,625 proportionate, 250,375. So, 1,875 plus 625, 2,500,000. So, pag pinag-minus to, ang goodwill natin is 25 minus 1,498.5, 1,001,500. Ito din yun, yung goodwill natin kanina. Let's check kung equal itong dalawang amount na to sa 1,001,500. 751,125 plus 253,775, 1,001,500. So, ang allocation ng goodwill natin na 1,001,500 is for NCI 253,775, for controlling interest 751,125. So, lagay natin dito, attributed to controlling interest 751,125. Doon NCI 250,375. Yung sa kanina pala hindi natin nalagay, no? Ang attributed sa controlling interest, 666,880. Sa number 2 to Sa NCI, wala, 0. So, yan. Next naman natin is proportionate method. So, kapag proportionate, sa case 5 and case 6, automatic, yung attributed to NCI is wala. Kapag gumamit ka ng proportionate, ang magiging goodwill mo is totally attributed lang sa controlling interest. So, let's try. 1 million times 40%. So, kung may given na NCI, i-disregard na lang natin kasi proportionate method po ang hinahanap sa atin. So, 1 million times 60... Ang NCI pala is 40% dahil 60% yung controlling interest. Sa number 6 naman, 90%. So, it follows na 10% yung non-controlling interest. So, 1 million times 40%, obviously, 400,000. That would be our final NCI under proportionate method. For K6 naman, isunod na agad natin, sabay na nating isolve itong dalawang to. 1765 times 10%, obviously 176,500. Binawasan na ng 0 because minultiply lang sa 10%. So ang goodwill natin for number 5, consideration paid plus 400,000 NCI minus FVNA. So hindi ko na isusulat. 1525 plus 400,000 minus 1 million. Ulit. 1525 plus plus 400,000 minus 1 million. 925,000 ang goodwill. So kung ano yung goodwill mo, yun na rin yung attributed to controlling interest. And on our last item, 2,520,000 plus 176,500 NCI minus 176,500 931,500. Kung ano yung goodwill dyan, yun na rin yung attributed sa controlling interest dahil wala tayong attributed sa NCI. So that's for your drill number 1. Let's now proceed to drill number 2. So mahalaga pa rin na alam natin mag-squeeze ng fair value of net adjustments dahil mapapakinabangan nyo yan sa day of acquisition. May problems kasi na subsequent to day of acquisition, ang ibibigay lang sa'yo yung book value ng net assets. So, ikaw ang magko-compute ng FV adjustments. Pag hindi mo kasi alam yung FV adjustments, magkakamali ka na sa consolidated net income, magkakamali ka na sa consolidated retained earnings kasi ina-amortize natin to. Lalo na kung attributed yan sa depreciable assets. So, sa next video pa naman natin i-discuss yung subsequent to date of acquisition. But it is crucial na ma-develop nyo yung skill sa pag-squeeze nito and ma-master nyo yung formula na tinuro natin. So, for case number 1, consideration paid 565. Again, for stock acquisition, our formula is controlling interest plus NCI equals goodwill plus fair value net asset of subsidiary. Goodwill plus fair value net asset of subsidiary. So for number 1, ang consideration paid is 565K. Ang NCI natin is 345K. Ang goodwill natin is hindi given pero ang FVNA natin is hindi rin given. Pero may book value of net asset and net adjustment. So, ipa-plus lang natin to. So, 300 plus 35,000. Obviously, 335,000. So, 335K ang FVNA natin. Para mahanap natin goodwill, Contran plus NCI minus FVNA. So, 565 plus 345 minus 335. 565 plus 345 minus 335,000. 575,000 ang ating goodwill for number 1. So, lagay ko na rito 575K. Kakahunan ko kasi ito yung hinahanap. So, number 2 naman tayo. Sa number 2, 1,800,000 ang ating consideration transferred. Ang fair value ng NCI, 200K. So, Ang FVNA natin is walang given pero may book value na net asset and fair value net adjustment. So 2,850 plus 150, obviously that's 3 million pesos. So 3 million. So para makuha natin yung goodwill, 1,800 plus 200 minus 3 million. Let's try. 1,800 plus 200 minus 3 million. Uy, negative. So, hindi pala goodwill ang i-compute natin dito, kundi gain on bargain purchase. So, on the other side, 3 million lang yan. Yung 1 million, dito natin idadagdag. Okay, so ang formula kasi natin pag gain on bargain purchase is consideration transferred plus NCI plus gain on bargain purchase equals FVNA of subsidiary. Alright, so ganyan siya. Kakaunan ko to kasi ito yung ini-squeeze natin. So our gain on bargain purchase is 1 million pesos. Lagyan natin ng parenthesis to indicate that it's a gain on bargain purchase. Or the goodwill is negative, so there's no goodwill. Next naman natin sa number 3. Underline ko. Okay, so sa number 3, ang hinahanap sa atin consideration paid and the book value of net assets. Okay, so may given tayo na fair value of net assets, so i-work back lang natin from FVNA. So kung pina-plus to sa book value, pero ngayon FVNA ang meron tayo, para mas-squeeze natin yung book value of net assets, magma-minus naman tayo ngayon. So 900 minus 20,000 is 880,000. Ngayon naman, wala tayong consideration transferred. So number 3, consideration transferred plus NCI. Ang fair value ng NCI is 130k. Tapos, goodwill naman. So, FVNA muna. Goodwill muna. 430.9k plus FVNA na 900k. So, let's compute. 900 plus 430.9. 1330.9. To compute the consideration transfer, deduct natin tong NCI. Minus 130. 1,200,000.9. So, ang consideration transferred is 1,200,000.9. So, tignan natin kung balance. Double check natin. So, 123.9 dito naman. 123.9 din. Okay. Sa number 4 naman, consideration transferred pa rin yung hinahanap at saka book value of net asset. Kanina, sa number 3, goodwill. This time, gain on bargain purchase naman dahil negative. So, ang formula na gamitin natin is itong nandito. Okay? So, consideration transferred plus NCI. NCI natin, 90,000. Plus natin yung gain on bargain purchase na 134,000. Equal siya sa FVNA. Ang FVNA natin is 1,250,000. Before we compute yung consideration transferred, pinapakompute pa sa atin yung book value of net assets. This time, negative yung fair value adjustments. So to squeeze from fair value of net assets, kung negative yan, magiging positive this time para ma-squeeze tong book value of net assets. So let's compute. 1,250,000 plus 52,400. 1,302,400. So, yan yung book value ng net assets mo. Now, finally, let's compute for your consideration transferred. So, 1,250,000 minus 134,000 minus 90,000. Your gain on bargain purchase, or sorry, your consideration transferred is 1,026,000. So, let's write here 1,026,000. Sa number 5 naman, ang pinapakompute sa atin is yung fair value net adjustment. Yan. So, ito na siguro yung pinaka-challenging. So, punta tayo sa number 5. So, i-compute muna natin yung fair value of net asset. Kasi pag meron na tayo niyan, since meron na rin tayo nitong BVNA dito, isi-squeeze lang natin dito para makuha natin yung fair value net adjustment. So, let's compute for your FVNA. Again, to compute for your FVNA, kapag ka goodwill, Contran plus NCI minus goodwill equals FVNA. Pag gain on bargain purchase naman, Contran plus NCI plus gain on bargain purchase equals FVNA. So let's try this formula sa number 5. 1 million, diretso na. 1 million plus 23525 minus goodwill ng 347655. Our FVNA is 882870. Para malaman natin yung fair value net adjustment, from book value of 417,590 naging 882870. So 882870 minus 417,590, 465,280. So lagay natin dito 465,280. So plus yun. And finally, kung gain on bargain purchase, ipa-plus natin. So para makuha yung FVNA. Case 6, 1,150,000 plus NCI ng 350,000 minus gain on bargain purchase na 250,000. Plus 250,000. Kasi nagsusqueeze tayo. So 1,750,000. So yung 1,750,000, yan yung sum ng 1,150, 350, and 250. Tapos, squeeze na natin from there. So, 1,750,000 FVNA minus 1,225 book value net assets. Our adjustment is 525. So, plus 525. Alright, so now na-answer na natin yung drills. Let's now go to our actual problem. So, ready na tayo for our actual problem. So, problem number 2, consolidation on the date of acquisition. Sa nakaraang video, nasagutan na natin yung problem number 1, which is net asset acquisition. So, ito na yung karugtong na problem. Problem number 2, on January 1, 2027, basahin muna natin yung given. How much is the NCI? How much is the goodwill or gain on bargain purchase? How much is the consolidated assets? And how much is the consolidated shareholders' equity? On January 1, Maha Corporation acquired 80% of the voting shares of Blanca. Immediately before the combination, the separate books of Maha Blanca had the following information. Cash, non-cash assets, liabs, ordinary share premium, retained earnings. From here, we can compute your net assets, and from here, we can compute your shareholders' equity, which is dapat all the time equal lang. The other relevant information and date of acquisition, this would be your fair value of net adjustments. Siyempre. So, an allowance for doubtful accounts was determined to be set up in the amount of 30,000 for Blanca. So, an allowance for doubtful accounts is a contra asset, hence, let's deduct the amount of non-cash assets. So, 40K minus 30K. Second adjustment, the book value of a non-cash asset of Blanca pertaining to a building is higher than its fair value by 50,000. So, titingnan mo muna, yung book value yung higher. Pero dapat, according to PFR's 3 acquisition method, step 3, at fair value lang. Mas mataas siya sa fair value by 50,000. So, kailangan, mas mababa yung fair value, kasi yung book value, i-adjust natin to fair value. O mas mataas yung book value, babawasan natin. So, this is an asset over valuation. So, further, let's deduct 50K. And finally, the book value of a non-cash asset of Blanca pertaining to land is undervalued by 180,000. So if the asset is undervalued, mag-a-add ka ng 180,000 dagdagan kung kulang. So 180K. So your final non-cash assets for Blanca, let's compute. 400,000 minus 30,000 minus 50,000 plus 180,000. You have 500,000. So simply, ang fair value net adjustments natin is nag-plus siya ng 100K kapag pinagsama-sama tong tatlo. Okay, so let's copy the cash, 200K. Kay Blanca to ha. So subsidiary lagay natin. Liabilities, 100. So case number 1, full goodwill NCI is indicated. So, yung mga naka-bold na text, hindi nyo yan makikita sa exam. Pinakita ko lang sa handout para madali nating ma-review pag gusto nyong balikan. Alright, so full goodwill NCI is indicated. Assuming that Maha paid 700k cash to acquire the shares, the fair value of NCI is 500k and the fair value method was opted for. Okay, so the fair value of net assets of subsidiary is 200 plus 500 is 700 minus 100 is 600k. So we have 600k FVNA. So yung fair value dito na sinasabi is 500k. Let's just check kung mas mataas siya sa proportionate. Kasi kung hindi, yung proportionate ang masusunod. Since 80% ang inacquire natin na interest, 20% is your NCI, which we would multiply to FVNA para makuha yung proportionate. So 600 times 20%, 120,000. Yung 120,000 na proportionate, mas mataas naman yung fair value natin. So, ito na yung susundin natin na NCI. So, your consideration transferred is 700k plus NCI na 500k. At para makuha natin goodwill, minus natin yung FVNA na 600k. So, 700 plus 500 minus 600 is 600k. So, 600k ang goodwill natin sa case number 1. Tapos, ang NCI natin is 500k. So, tapos na natin yung 1 and 2. Ngayon, pinapa-prepare tayo how much is the consolidated assets and consolidated shareholders equity. Okay. So, let's try to compute. Bale, sa panibagong paper na lang. Okay, so number 3 is conso assets. So sa conso assets, again, si Maha assets, and then Blanca assets, and then Contran, FV adjustments, and then goodwill. So, sa case number 1, kay Maha, 1 million plus 1,300,000, 2,300,000. Kay Blanca, 200 plus 500, 700,000. So, eto na yung diniretso ko na dito, kaya wala na tayong fair value adjustment. Ni-reflect ko na dito sa 700,000. Liability, Contran. Ang contran naman natin is allowance for, wait. Asan yung contran? Assuming that Maha paid 700,000 cash. So, bawasan natin. 700,000 cash. Kaya ang conso assets natin is, let's compute. Goodwill pala. Our goodwill is 600,000. So, let's compute. 2,300,000 plus 700,000 minus 700,000 plus 600,000, 2,900,000. Alright, so for case 1, check lang natin ha. Ang fair value ng NCI is 500. Tapos, ang FVNA is 600. Kaya, 600 times 20%, 120. So, ang FVNA natin sa case 1 is okay, so tama naman siya. Let's proceed. So case 2, fair value method. NCI is silent. Assuming that Maha paid 800k cash to acquire the shares and the fair value method was opted for. So fair value method pa rin daw. Pero hindi raw given yung fair value ng NCI. Ibig sabihin yan, tayo yung magko-compute. So dito na lang natin i-compute sa baba. So case number 2. Okay, so 800 cash yung Contran. Ang in-acquire niya is 80%. So divide by 80% times 20% to get our implied NCI. 800 divided by 80 times 20, 200k. So implied NCI is 200k. So ang proportionate natin is 120k. So mas mataas naman siya sa proportionate. Yung proportionate, yung 600k yon times 20% NCI, 120k po yan. So okay naman kasi mas mataas yung 200k. So yan na yung magiging NCI natin. So let's compute for goodwill dito. So again, your consideration transfer this time is 800 na. So 800k, this time 200k ang NCI minus 600k FVNA equals 400k goodwill. Okay. So tama naman yung net asset natin, 'di ba? Kasi 200 plus 500 is 700. Minus 100, 600. So 600 yung FVNA. And lastly, okay, 400k. So let's compute for consolidated assets sa case number 2. So ang consolidated assets natin sa case number 2, same lang naman for Maha and Blanca. Ang kontra natin this time is 800,000. Ang goodwill natin this time is 400,000. Let's compute. 2,300,000 plus 700,000 minus 800,000 plus 400,000. We have 2,600,000. So that's your consolidated assets for case number 2. And for case number 3, malalaman na natin. Case 3, proportionate method NCI is silent. Assuming that Maha paid 900k cash to acquire the shares and the proportionate method was opted for. Your proportionate is 120k. So automatic yan na yung magiging NCI natin. Plus mo pa yung consideration transferred. So 900k Contran plus NCI 120k equals minus pala. Minus FVNA na 600k equals 900,000 plus 120,000 minus 600,000. Your goodwill is 420,000. Alright, so 420,000 yung goodwill. So sa consolidated assets natin, kopyahin lang natin tong Maha Blanca, 2,300,000 kasi wala naman nagbago, di ba? Nagbago lang yung NCI. Kontra natin, this time, nagbago din, 900,000 na siya. So, hindi ko na inano yung fair value adjustment kasi na-reflect ko na agad dito. And then, goodwill. Ang goodwill natin is 420k for case number 3. Let's compute. 2,300,000 plus 700,000 minus 900,000 plus 420,000. 2,520,000 would be our consolidated assets. So, ang sunod na tanong pala is consolidated shareholders equity. So, conso shareholders equity. So, for Maha, i-add na natin to 700 plus 300 plus 500, 1,500,000. Okay, so for Maha and for Blanca. Tapos, idadagdag natin dyan sa shareholders equity yung NCI. So, NCI will now become part of your shareholders equity. So, kay Maha, 1.5. Sa case number 1 tayo. So, sulat ko na to. Case number 2, case number 3. Puro 1.5 lang naman. And then, kay Blanca, syempre wala. Ini-eliminate natin yan sa consolidation. So, nilagay ko lang to emphasize na wala. And then lastly, sa NCI. So, ang NCI natin sa case 1 is 600K. Sorry, 500K. So, 500,000 dito. NCI sa case 2, 200K. So, 200,000. And NCI sa case 3, 120,000. So, yung nasa pangalawa lagi. Kasi 'di ba ang formula is Contran plus NCI. Okay, so let's add 1,500,000 plus 500. Conso she for case 1, 2 million. Case 2, 1,500,000 plus 200. Conso she for case 2, 1,700,000. Case 3, 1,500,000 plus 120. Conso she for case 3, 1,620,000. So again, lagay na lang natin case 1, case 2, case 3. Again, number 1, how much is the NCI? 500, 200, 120. 500, 200, 120. How much is the goodwill or gain on bargain purchase? 600, 400, 420. 600, 400, 420. Number 3, consolidated assets. 29262520. 29262520. And how much is the conso she? 2,017,1620. 2,017,1620. So those are your answers to the questions for each independent cases. And that concludes our discussion on consolidation on the date of acquisition. Goodbye for now, future CPAs.